I'm Talia Fisher, and today we have the privilege to sit with Harry Malice. So, let's get right into this.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Montrose area my whole life. I was born in Verplank, which is right next to Montrose, in 1953, and lived in there, went through the Hendrick Hudson School District from basically kindergarten to I was a senior.
And when did you relocate around this area?
I lived in Montrose. I moved out for a while and had my own place, and then when I took the buyout, my parents got ill and everything. I moved back in to take care of them, so I moved back to Montrose, and now I live up in Brewster.
So what was your first job?
My first job was working for the Town of Cortland Recreation Department in the summers while I was going through school. And then when I graduated, I actually started working for the Hendrick Hudson School District. I worked there with the marching band, doing the sports and everything. And in the summers, I worked with the custodial staff to help pay my way through college and everything. And my first real job was a temp for the IBM, and that's where we went for there, and then we went full-time with IBM.
Was that considered your dream job?
No.
What was your dream job?
I always wanted to be a teacher, and I went back when I was getting ready in '91 to leave IBM. I went back and had my educational credits for teaching and everything, but it would have been in business, and most schools have done away with the business programs, and I figured it was a waste of time and everything, so I got involved with the other ways through schools.
So what is your family background? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, my mom and dad have passed on and everything. When I was a little kid, when I was first born, my mom worked for Bell Phone, which is now AT&T, and then as we all got out of school, my two brothers and my sister, she went back and she worked in the cafeterias in the school district. And my dad had an auto body shop, and he worked in there his whole life, and he ended up with his own business. I have a brother, Billy, that works for Metro North. I have a brother, Dennis, who works in took over my dad's business. And I have a sister, Diane, who lives down in Annapolis, and she went to the culinary and everything, and she has a catering business on the side.
That's nice. So how did you get involved with Byram Hills High School?
I was at Hendrick Hudson High School for years and years, and it was time to make a change, and there was an ad, and I applied, and I got the job.
How long have you been working here for?
This is my 14th year at Byram Hills.
So what are some of your achievements here?
Some of the things that I'm really proud of that I've done that's not been done here is, one is the barbecues. That's been a big hit and everything, and I have to thank Rich, who was our security guard. Him and I, he's not now, he's part of our custodial staff, but him and I have been talking, and he used to work as a cop down in Bronxville, and they, from May on, every Friday, they would shut the cafeteria down and they would have the barbecues. So I went to Mr. Basari and Melinda, who runs the cafeteria, and they thought it was a great idea, so we tried it, and it's been a big hit. The other one is the fundraisers I have with my birthday and everything. Since I've been here with the 3 charities that we did with Habitat first, we did the Ronald McDonald House, and now we're doing Youth Against Cancer, and the total right now is over $5,000 just on lunchtime bake sales and everything, so that's good.
So it is very well known throughout the Byram Hills hallways that you have sports memorabilia, and you have a widespread collection. Can you tell me a little more about that?
That started when I was in the 7th grade, because at the time the Hendrick Hudson went 7 through 12, and one of the coaches asked me to be a manager, so I would collect the clippings and everything from the papers, and a lot of the teams would give me at the banquet a signed team picture and everything. And that's how it kind of evolved. And what I brought it in here is when I became the equipment manager, Mr. Lopez, I had him paint on an easel the logo with the BH, and I had all the seniors, as they came into the equipment room to get their uniforms and everything, sign that. That had filled up, so I had him make 2 paw prints, and we're now 3 years onto that with the paw prints and everything. And I have them hanging in my hallway, and it's pretty good, because with the BH you just see all these red, blue, and black lettering and everything, and you don't realize it's signatures till you come up and look at it. And this past 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had the Winter Sports Awards night, and I brought it in. A lot of people, teachers going, oh, I remember that student, I remember that. So it's really nice, to go back and remember kids and everything.
So we haven't covered this. Do you have any interests or hobbies, hidden talents, anything that you want to go over?
People don't know I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. I do photography, and as people who know a lot about that, but I don't know. They know I do photography for Ohio State University for the men's soccer team. I've done that because I'm good friends with the coach. Some of my photos have been used by Ohio State. They've been used by the NCAA, the Big Ten, and they've also been used by ESPN for a television broadcast and everything. So I'm proud of that. I am a train nut. I like to go to train museums in the summer and everything. So I have a lot of different interests. I'm a licensed security guard that people don't know about. And let's see, marching bands. I march in marching bands. Well, once I got out of high school, I got involved with the Thornwood Fire Department band and the Croton Fire Department band and did firemen's parades. And then that led to me getting involved with the Crossman Drum and Bugle Corps. And that's why my license plates say Crossman. And they were out of Philadelphia, and I toured 16 summers volunteering my time driving a bus to get them around the country. And we brought our own kitchen and everything, and I was actually their mascot from 1982 to 2000, and nobody knew that and everything. So there's a lot of stuff people here do not know that I've done before I got here.
So while you're not working, what do you like to do on your weekends?
What I like to do on the weekends, I go to, depending on the time of the year, I go to like college band shows. I'll come down here. Even if I'm not working, I'll go to sporting events and everything. This weekend I'm going to see Jeff Dunham. I'm going to see some of our alumni who are on the baseball team. I'm going to watch some of them play and everything. So I do stay in contact with some of the students after they graduate. I like doing photography. I'll go out, sit around, do some photography on the train tracks, which is hard to do now since 9/11. And I understand that whole thing because of security and everything. But my ideal weekend, I would love to go to an Ohio State Michigan football game. That's my ideal. I've always wanted to do that, and someday I'll get to do that.
Are you a big supporter of the Ohio teams?
Mainly the soccer team and everything, but I do like, if they're on TV, but I do root for them, and I have connections with Penn State and everything. So, but yeah, if you see, most of the kids know I wear Ohio State most of the time.
So what do you like most about Byram Hills?
What I like about it, they let me be me. And that's through from Dr. Donahue when he was principal and everything. He allowed me to be me and do what I do. And they've adopted me here. And I really like it with the whole administration, Mr. Walsh and everything. It's become part of the culture what I do.
Well, we all love you, Harry. Thank you so much for talking with us today. And thank you for watching Bobcat TV.